A 7.8 billion rand budget to assist entities under his portfolio. Malatsi says universal access to post office services as well as digital connectivity remains a priority.
The SA Connect program has been allocated 710 million to accelerate broadband expansion, particularly in schools, clinics, and rural communities where access remains limited. The South African Post Office is allocated 1.8 billion to fulfill its universal services obligations and improve service delivery. This funding will help support SAPO's efforts to diversify revenue, rebuild trust, and stabilize operations.
This entity is a crime scene on its own. It received 381 million rand bailout, and we still ask, where is the audit report? Why are our workers unpaid, branches closed, and communities left stranded? We as Mkhonto Wesizwe, we demand a forensic audit of all SAPO bailouts since 2019.
The minister also revealed that his department will seek an out-of-court settlement for the analog switch off. This after some broadcasters, like the SABC, took the matter to court to halt the analog switch off.
Earlier this year, the analog switch off, which was planned for the end of March, was halted by the courts. Having taken note of the court's findings, we've given the department's legal representatives the mandate to engage with their counterparts to ensure that we can find a non-litigious solution to this lingering issue.
The department has been criticized for having outdated legislation as well as the proposal to introduce satellite-based internet service, Starlink, which other MPs accused Malatsi of ignoring empowerment laws.
The gains of transformation are being reversed, and our portfolio of state-owned enterprises are facing an assault on their mandates from the very department that is meant to protect them. The department's lackluster pace in enacting urgent legislative reform has weakened the sector and left the vulnerable defenseless.
The misplacement of a target regarding the equity equivalent programs may not be a coincidence, but forms part of what we think is the mischief we have been dealing with in the committee, where there is a proposed alignment of the Electronic Communications Act and the ICT sector code to allow for foreign satellite companies to subvert the ECA and 30% local ownership mandates using equity equivalents. This is a proposal we've objected to because the so-called alignment would require an amendment to legislation, and this cannot be achieved through a ministerial policy directive. In our view, this is all in service of allowing Starlink to operate in South Africa.
Our independent regulator must be allowed to perform its duties without political interference, applying the law equally to all participants. Attempts to undermine ICASA's authority in the Starlink case may set a dangerous precedent that could unravel years of careful policy development aimed at creating a more inclusive digital economy.
First, a long-standing and widely acknowledged obstacle to sector growth is missing or outdated legislation. The legal framework for communications and digital technologies is no longer fit for purpose. For that reason, the committee welcomes the minister's bold decision to convene a policy colloquium to inform a comprehensive overhaul of the Electronic Communications Amendment Bill.
It cannot be correct that it is attributable to be an onslaught on transformation when it is a further entrenchment of what the transformation laws of the country seeks to achieve.
Meanwhile, the department says it will soon finalize an artificial intelligence policy. Pulelani Philip, SABC News, Parliament.